delivering guidance to the President and his executive officers, endowed members of Parliament, officers of SRC, and the National Association of Students Speakers with dignity and leadership, integrity and courage, that through the labors of this administration, the interests and wishes of the association may be well and truly served, and I do purpose for the common human life to be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision for the association, fair as it might be, an association of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, an association of honesty, where evil and poverty shall be done away, with an association to the deserving of an association of peace, where the association executive shall rest on the will of his members and allow for the common good. Let the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to see the day of the coming beauty of the association, Ghana and Africa. Amen. Crown members, my Honourable members, we shall have a communication from the NASSG chairman, who is currently, due to reasons beyond his control, is not in our midst, but his statement or his communication has been sent, which I will read to the House. So, communication from the NASSG chairman, dated September 1, 2023. And I read, Dear colleagues, I trust this message finds you well and inspired by the remarkable energy and enthusiasm that have gathered us here today at the National Joint Sitting of the Students' Speakers, hosted by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. As the chairman of the National Association of Students' Speakers in Ghana, I am honored to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you who has made this event possible. Today, we stand united under the banner of learning, leadership, and transformation. It is truly heartwarming to witness the dedication of our fellow student speakers and the tireless efforts of the organizers in fostering an environment that nurtures capacity building and networking opportunities for the youth. The initiative taken to bring together young minds from various corners of our great nation is commendable, and it reaffirms our collective commitment to empowerment and progress. Our journey as student speakers is a testament to our potential to shape this force and influence change. The platform we have created through NASA reflects our collective determination to lead and inspire. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the strides we have made and to celebrate the bonds we are forging as individuals and as an association. As we convey today, let it be known that NASA will continue to rise, setting new benchmarks and pushing boundaries. Our commitment to excellence will serve as a guiding light, empowering us to make a difference not only within our academic sectors, but also in our communities, our nation, and beyond. I encourage you all to actively engage, exchange ideas, and build connections during this meeting. Remember that your voice matters, and your words have the power to ignite change. Let us seize this opportunity to learn from one another, to share our stories, and to grow as a leader who champions inclusive innovation and progress. Once again, I congratulate each and every participant, speaker, and organizer for their remarkable effort in making this national joint system a resounding success. Together, we are shaping the future, one speech at a time. NASSG's journey is just beginning, and I'm confident that with our collective determination, we will indeed achieve great things. Yours in service, Right Honorable Prince Amagashi Group, Chairman, National Association of Student Speakers Ghana, Speaker, Youth Impact Parliament. So, honorable members, this is a communication or a communication from the chairman of NASA. And due to reasons beyond his control, he couldn't make it to the joint sitting. Honorable members, the other people are sure the clerk have made it available to all of us. Members would like to make on the other paper. If not, we come to the other paper and continue with the proceedings. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and advisors. Mr. Speaker, under the bolded writings of other paper, there is a statement that says for the joint parliamentary sitting of these houses. The rest of my analysis, Mr. Speaker, this is a house. This is not an amalgamation of two or more houses, but it's a single one. And with respect to the pluralization of the word, instead of it being this, that is THIS, it has been pluralized to these. And so I think that these two words should be corrected to this and house. Thank you very much.
Chief Clerk, please take note of that. Any more corrections? Any more corrections? Minority side? Okay. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Once again, media advisors. Mr. Speaker, I think that when it comes to dating, and we have 1st September, I want to inquire from the Global Office as to whether the ST there is supposed to be capitalized as it is, or it has to be small, it has to be on top of the one. And then also, Mr. Speaker, in your reading of the reports or communication from the NASSG chairperson, you stated that this is NASA. And I think that the spelling of the word NASA must be NEASSAG. But in the other paper we have,
Majority Leader.
I don't know if it's a word that is pronounceable.
Majority Leader. Honorable Rashid, can you help us with the correct pronunciation? Can you help the chamber?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm learning from your, and I want to take from your enormous wisdom. You know best. That is why you are presiding over this house. And in your pronunciation, Mr. Speaker, you made mention that NASA. So, Mr. Speaker, respectively, Mr. Speaker, I think that you can only help us to do absolute justice to this. Mr. Speaker, you pronounce the word as NASA, and I feel that.
Majority Leader, can I have the floor? My best of knowledge, the way I think it's being pronounced is what I gave the chamber. But if this house thinks that I didn't get the name and the pronunciation correct, and they would like to help the house, I will be grateful. Majority Leader, can you help the house?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm not arguing with you.
Majority Leader, I want to help the house.
Okay, so from your today will become a public document. It becomes a hazard of this house. And as a result of that, we right on Speaker, the spelling there must be NASA, not NASSG. Thank you very much.
So, Majority Leader, if I am getting you correct, the association name is National Association of Student Speaker Ghana. Speakers Ghana. So we are using the initials of the association to form. So please, Minority Leader, any help?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think at this point I want to concord with my Majority Leader and bring to your attention that what we have on the other paper is NASSG. And in my little English, that cannot be pronounced as NASSG.
Exactly. Yeah.
If that is the abbreviation of our association, then I think we can call it by mentioning the letters NASSG or NASSG. But if you say NASA, then we need to make amends on the other paper. Thank you very much.
The House will see to it and make amends, so the Chief Clerk will work on it and make it available to the House. Any more corrections? If there is no more corrections, can someone adopt the other paper and by a member? Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of record, which houses respected honorable members. And so, Mr. Speaker, if in any way it's going to be spelled on paper, I believe that for formality purposes and structures, it must start with a capital. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to refer you to where the motion is that the house, so the word house there must actually start with a capital H, not small h.
Noted.
Not small h. Thank you very much.
Noted. Any more corrections? Adopting the other paper with the necessary corrections being taken from the majority leader. Minority side. Majority. Thank you. So next item on the other paper, we will have a communication from the speaker.
And point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Majority leader.
Mr. Speaker, I think when we are done with an important item, we need to move a motion for it to be accepted. Mr. Speaker,
I think I asked this house, can I have an honorable member to move the motion of the adoption of the other paper?
Mr. Speaker, that is actually not done. You must still insist that a member of the house.
And I asked both sides,
acceptance.
are we adopting the paper?
Mr. Speaker, on this note, let me formally move the motion. Mr. Speaker, let me formally move the motion that, subject to the amendments being done to this other paper, it should be accepted as a working document of this respected house. Thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you. So the motion for the adoption of the other paper was moved by the Majority Leader, Right Honorable Rashid, and was seconded by the Minority Leader, Honorable Bright. Can you make progress, House? Thank you. So the next item on the paper, on the other paper, is the communication from the Speaker, which honorable members, there is no communication. With my communication to this honorable House is I'm much disappointed in the involvement of honorable members of the association in organizing this joint sitting. This joint sitting, we said we will start at 11 a.m., which honorable members decided to come in late. This sitting started comments on 12:20 a.m. Meanwhile, we made the communique that we start this sitting at 11 a.m. So this is my communication from me. In fact, this is from me to you. I'm really disappointed in the honorable members. That I won't hide my feelings. Can we move to the next item on the other part? Majority Leader, do you have something to say?
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I think that within the metrics of parliamentary rudiments, it is careful, it has to be assessed carefully as to whether it is right for a speaker to actually vent his disappointment on respected honorable members. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this tomorrow becomes a speaker will sit and preside over a house and tell his members that they are not serious and leave. This is a precedent that we should not set in any form.
We all agree. No, majority that we all agree. Can I have the floor? We all agree that we start a session at 11 a.m. Was that not the agreement?
House
Can we make progress? Honorable member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, please introduce yourself.
All right. I don't know whether I should do the proper introduction or not.
Honorable member, do the proper introduction. The needed
All right.
introduction.
So, good morning to you all, honorable members. Afternoon, right? Wow. All right. Then good afternoon to you all, honorable members. I am the president of Right Honorable Abbas Usam, the Speaker for the 17th Parliament, NASSG.
Honorable member, you said there is
The Speaker for the 17th Parliament.
17th Parliament of the SRC or the Student Parliament. The Student Parliament. Can we have any documents or facts to second what you're doing? Because I don't know you to be the 17th Speaker. Majority Leader. Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker,
Minority Leader.
use me as a document. Use me as proof that he is the Speaker of the Senate.
I know you to be the Speaker of the 16th Parliament.
Yes.
When did you dissolve your 16th Parliament?
My parliament was dissolved on the 30th of July 2020.
But the association was not informed.
The association was informed through the chairman.
And the chairman did not inform the House.
Well, that is not my problem.
And so I have every right to say that the honorable member is actually on the 17th
Mr. Speaker, then we can say it is bureaucracies within our association and not our fault. We have done that. Thank you very much.
I accept. Honorable member, Honorable Abbas, please continue.
Thank you, Right Honorable. In fact, on behalf of Right Honorable Bright, former Speaker, I apologize for that, even though I'm not worthy of rendering this apology. But then I think that should be like how he said, maybe some bureaucracies in the system has caused that. And so once again, thank you all for making it to this session. And I don't want to condone lateness to programs. In fact, we as a house, that is what we prioritize when it comes to time consciousness. And so I don't want to condone at all lateness to programs. However, let's look at it. We called for this sitting. In fact, I must say the timing for the sitting hasn't been very right. Number one, due to the fact that most of us are on vacation at the moment. And we have all rights to be at home. But then, if you have been convened here for this sitting, I think that it is
Honorable member, if you say that the school is actually on vacation and you have every right to be at home at this moment, you are a member of the association, true or false? Honorable, you just introduced yourself as a 17th Speaker of the Student Parliament.
Yes.
And you are a member of the association.
Yes.
And you decided to,
In fact,
when you took that oath of office, you have dedicated your life to the association.
In fact, I was just told not long ago. In fact, I think the very
And so you can't blame the House, but you blame your predecessor.
yes, he told me that officially he's going to
So that's why the majority leader, you don't have the floor. Please sit. That's Honorable Abbas. Majority leader, please sit. Honorable Abbas, please continue.
Right, thank you. So he told me that he's going to submit my name to the noble house. However, I didn't hear from him since then. In fact, I've been asking him that.
But you decided to introduce yourself as the 17th
Yes,
Speaker.
I thought he did. And
And
he
so
told me
I
that he did.
put it to you.
And that is why he apologized. And I understand
Honorable Abbas,
why.
I put it to you and I suggest to you
Yes.
that your life is no more your life, but it's the life of the association.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker,
Majority leader.
point of order.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want the House to know that when the Speaker is on the floor, we must respect the Speaker and sit and listen to the Speaker.
Thank you, Majority leader. Honorable Abbas, please continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So, let me make things very short. Like I was saying, perhaps on my side as a speaker, I don't have a problem coming for this sitting. However,
Thank you.
I am a speaker for a house. I don't know whether they agree to that. And as such,
In fact, I do.
the house has students as members.
Thank
And
you.
so officially, the university has closed now for students.
Okay.
And so there is no right that I must bring them here, except that they are willing to come here. The notice didn't even get to me as early as possible in the first place. However, I want to apologize to the house that we don't have the numbers here. But then also, let's ascertain that it is not our fault.
Thank you, Honorable Abbas. I do accept and I won't blame you, but I'll blame your predecessor for not getting in touch with you on time. So, Honorable Rights, Do you accept the blame?
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Honorable Brian, please hold on. I'll come back to you. In fact, I am trying to empower the women. So if I have honorable members standing on
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
minority leader.
Mr. Speaker, you want to empower a woman at my disadvantage. That is not fair, Mr. Speaker.
Minority leader, I have given you the floor like countless times.
That was for business.
Can I go to the honorable
Mr.
member?
Speaker, I have the opportunity to declare my name on it.
In fact, I have put the blame on your name already. You can't say your name. Honorable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, amen.
My name is Anna Wenkwake, the Speaker for Takari Technical University, SRC Parliamentary Council. And to what the right honorable Speaker of the KNUST Parliament statement that we are on vacation and then it's not compulsory for him to bring his members on board. I want to say that this was a preparation that we made to actually take advantage of the UNYA-GH Congress and then inject our national citizen in the process. So, honorable member, you can see that it was not a deliberate something. We just wanted to take advantage because it was very difficult for even as the association to meet. So since we got this opportunity, we said that let us utilize this opportunity that we got it. So you can't blame the speaker either that the time wasn't favorable. We give the notice.
Honorable member, actually, the blame is for his predecessor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And
Thank you,
so,
Mr. Speaker.
in fact, I do know where he's coming from.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
so I do accept his apology and put the blame on his predecessor.
Can I proceed, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. May you leave long one.
Amen.
So, as I said, if you are putting the blame on the predecessor, the information was released long ago that we are going to have a national joint session alongside the UNYA-GH Congress. So I think all honorable members were aware and that we were supposed to prepare towards it. So I think for the numbers not being available, we shouldn't blame the time that it's happened, but though we should have made the accurate preparation towards this program. I do this submit, Mr.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Minority leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think we've diverted from why we gathered here.
Minority leader, we have not diverted.
However, Mr. Speaker,
I made a statement where the House disagreed with you that I am making it openly that I'm disappointed in the House.
yes, Mr. Speaker, I
And
concur with
your
my majority leader on that
said
statement.
he did not get the info on time.
I agree perfectly with my majority leader when he says we do not agree with you when you say you are disappointed in us.
And so you are
Mr.
trying
Speaker,
to
like he said, he stepped in
justify your reason why you don't agree with me. So please don't say,
well, Mr. Speaker, that aside, I think it's important that we establish some facts. First of all, Mr. Speaker, myself, the notice of this particular sitting was brought to me very late. Honorable Penny, the notice was brought to me very late, and that was because they needed someone in the committee to work. I never knew something like this was happening, Mr. Speaker. So first of all, the communication was done without my notice. I wasn't aware of that. And so when I was brought in, at the time, animals were not ready. Mr. Speaker, you can agree with me as I yesterday, we're still making animals for a venue. How am I supposed to communicate to my people to come for a sitting when I don't know the venue? Mr. Speaker, so I think we need to be fair to ourselves. And so if you say you are putting the blame on me, I don't have a problem. But the blame must be fair. Okay, Mr. Speaker. And so if the blame is coming that, okay, I didn't get the information early to my people, fine. But I didn't also get the information early. And so if I didn't get it early, how do I pass it on early? Probably I passed it on exactly when I did got it. And so if I got it late and they got it late, it means we all got it late. And so the problem is coming from the source and not from me. However, the issue is that I was the link between myself, the student speakers, and my house. And so if the house is blaming me for not getting in touch with my people, I don't have a problem. And so I think it's important that we establish these things. And going forward, we don't need to do these things going forward. This is an established association. And as such, when we are having gatherings like this in the future, plans should be made way ahead of time. This morning I was asking on the page whether it is now like decided who is running the city. Because it was just this morning I got to know who decided over the city. I didn't know. It was this morning I got to know I was minority leader. I didn't know. It was this morning I got to know my house with my minority company. I didn't know. And so if you blame me for all these things, Mr. Speaker, I think it's not fair. It's not fair that we don't pass this information and then we come in. Mr. Speaker,
Your honorable member was calling you to point of order. Honorable Annabelle, I'll come to you, but let me take the point of order from Honorable Abbas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think one way side with you, on the other, I would say I will come to you. And that is the fact that, let's say, there has been, I think there's a big plan for this system. Because in fact, you refer to order number 40C. It states, and I read, let me zero it so that we can get it. Publicity inviting members to a general sitting shall be done at least 4 clear days prior to the set date of sitting.
Honorable Abbas, please hold on. You said how many days?
4 clear days.
4 clear
And I was
days.
told on, I think, Wednesday evening.
So Honorable Abbas, please hold on with that point of information. Thank you. Honorable Bashir, Honorable White, when did you receive the notice from
Mr.
the
Speaker, I have to go back to my get to the
But I do remember you are a member of a committee of this.
However, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Bright, I do remember you are a member of a committee
Mr. Speaker,
of this.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, he's reading
No.
from an order. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker, do we have an order?
Honorable Minority Leader.
I'm in the person of Peggy's Abnakabel, Speaker of Polytechnical University. Honorable Majority.
A unit long for respecting parliamentary proceedings.
Amen.
It must not be forgotten that when the majority leader is rising, I think members of the House will have to equally respect that structure. But Mr. Speaker, I want to bring your attention and the attention of this House that the back and forth that we are currently on
Will not help.
is actually not helpful
Thank
because
you.
it is not on the order paper, Mr. Speaker.
Thank
And we
you.
are far behind time, Mr. Speaker. Just like you express your disappointment in members coming late and in your honorable self coming late, I think we should all accept that fact and then proceed so long as the order paper is concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. Honorable Annabelle.
As my majority leader rightfully said, this is not the time to share blames, and this is not the time to. We should just learn from what has happened and then the mistakes that we have caused, and then going forward we try and correct it. But I think we should subject ourselves to the
order. Thank you, Honorable Annabelle. On this note, we move on to the next item on the order paper, which is item 4, which is the Business Committee report. Honorable Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, then again, I want to remind you that we can't move from an item to an item when a motion is not duly moved and seconded.
I'm coming. But I thought, no, you people.
This is
No,
an important item for the order paper.
Honorable Rashid, I'm coming. Let me just be precise. I asked that we all solve this issue, and you drew our attention to that. What the back and forth you're doing is actually not part of the other part. And so there's no need for me to move motion for someone to move motion, for someone to second, if it's not on the other paper. So can we move on to the next item on the other paper?
Yeah.
Thank you. Item 4, we have the Business Committee report. Majority Leader, can we have a Business Committee report?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think, Mr. Speaker, it is not out of parliamentary proceedings to actually skip an item and then come back to it later. And I think I want to pray that Honorable Office consider this appeal.
Majority Leader, did you stand up to give a report on the business committee, or your member is actually instigating you to move to?
No, as we speak now, Mr. Speaker, we are still working on
We are still working, but we all are moving by the force.
Yes.
And I thought you stood up to give a report on the business committee, but I saw a member of your caucus trying to instigate you to move back to.
No, because we finalize on that report and get back to the house as soon as possible.
So which item do you want the house to
We can move on to item 5.
Item 5.
Yes.
Which is the introduction of, before that, minority caucus. The majority caucus are not ready to give business committee report. Should we move away from item 4 and move to item 5? Honorable minority.
Mr. Speaker, we can move ahead.
All right.
So, minority leader have agreed that we move from item 4 to item 5, which is the introduction of participants present. So, can we have the majority leader starting with the introduction of participants of the present house? Majority leader.
Thank you very much. Right, Honorable Speaker. Indeed, you are licensed. Mr. Speaker, I personify Sid Rashid, Speaker for University of Ghana Parliament House. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, when he's done, then we move on to the next member takes over.
I greet you once again, right now. My name is and has always been Annabelle Elena Mbote. I am the Speaker for Takoradi, the first SRC Parliamentary Council of Takoradi Technical University.
The Speaker of the House, thank you for the opportunity, and I want to render an unqualified apology to the House.
Your apology is not accepted. Honorable member.
It's not accepted. I have rendered it, but it's in your discretion to accept or not. I have rendered an unqualified apology to the House. However, I don't know the yardstick I using to reject the apology. But still,
That is unqualified.
Thank you.
I'm in the person of Hakim Enyan Steve Ismaila. If God permits, I'll be a lawyer one. And the SRC president basically, and the former speaker,
Mr. Speaker, your name.
Hakim Enyan Steve Ismaila. The Hakim has 2 E, not an I. Exactly. Which I can give you. Hakim just means wisdom. Though you are the wisest here, but it's. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Speaker. I remain Edita Abnadowefu, Speaker of Both Technical University, SRC Parliament, and as they all call me, Edita.
Honorable member, your name again.
My name is Edita Abnadowefu. Thank you very much.
But where from the Lady Mugabe?
Please, I'm from the
Lady Mugabe, why the Lady Mugabe, honorable member?
Apparently, I don't want to handle that.
Thank you. Yeah, honorable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I respond to the name right on my road to my comment. The Speaker for Heritage, Mr.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Minority leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am in the person of Bright Sumpor Serenye. I am the
Honorable member, please hold on. I'll come back to you.
I think Mr. Speaker, a respected member of my caucus has been speaking. Thank you very much.
So, sorry for that. Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker, I respond to the Junior Apostle.
Honorable member, I'll come back to you. Honorable minority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think we are in the House of Records and the House of Intellectuals, as we say. And the honorable member who is just about to introduce himself. I'm missing one member because he has not introduced himself yet, so I don't know the name. He's naked with bread, Mr. Speaker, and as such, we don't condone nakedness in the Chamber of Parliament. As such, Mr. Speaker, I move that you order the marshal to direct him to his seat.
Honorable Hakim, as a point of order, let me finish this statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Majority Leader, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Thank you. Honorable Hakim.
Mr. Speaker, you see, in a House of Records, you don't juxtapose the wisest where the record carries us. Indeed, the communique that came didn't give a motive on how dress code should be. Indeed, Parliament should have dress code, but we believe that he is in Heritage Christian University College Lacoste, and he's returned in school. So what shows he's naked? Unless you are saying he's wearing bikini, but this one is returned in school.
Mr. Speaker, naked in parliamentary terms is not wearing anything. It's not being a boxer or naked in parliament. Being naked in parliament is when you are not properly dressed for the occasion. In parliament, and that is why you don't wear to the wedding to go to parliament. Mr. Speaker, like you said,
But I had a floor before. I don't know. I wasn't done before he spoke, so he can.
Honorable Bright, please, I'll come back to you. Honorable Hakim.
Mr. Speaker, so I was saying that we had a communique. Every parliamentary communique, we know that official code and all those things. Mr. Speaker, we believe that we are students, parliamentarians, and then we are selling our school. And you have the luxury to display anything that sells your school. That's why I have my school logo here. You can enjoy it. I can give you one for free. His school doesn't have this. And he has this Lacoste.
Yes.
And he's from the Speaker's school. And he's wearing the Lacoste of the school. That he's proud of his school. The Speaker. Yeah. Unless you can tell me that the communique that came to the House says that you cannot wear anything to the school. And then again, when you say parliamentary process days is naked, unless you can show me where it has been defined. There are people's intuition and thinking of what naked is or what naked is not. Parliament standing order doesn't say what you should be naked or what you shouldn't be naked. Yeah. For the purpose of today's sitting, for the purpose of today's sitting, the standing orders we are using for today's sitting didn't speak about dress code unless you can dispute me. Therefore, I arrest my case.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just have a simple question. Mr. Speaker, which standing orders are we using for this city? Because I'm not aware of it.
So, Mr. Speaker, please, I will take to answer. Sorry. So,
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Majority Leader, can you approach me?
Cannot say approach.
Majority Leader, can you approach me?
Then let me know. Oh, don't worry.
Mr. Speaker, please,
Please, we are coming.
so please,
I want to having meeting with your corporate leaders. Can I finish with them?
please, we don't have meeting for leaders. Once you are still sitting, it's unparliamentary, Mr. Speaker. Maybe like the plenary.
We are in an emergency sitting. Can we finish with this meeting?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I really appreciate it. But what I'm trying to say is that when the Speaker is sitting in there, you don't have a
Don't push your lap so far, too far, for the Bashar to walk you out from this house. Thank you.
Exactly, I will.
is your caucus members done with their introduction?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very
But
much.
honorable majority leader, I saw this honorable member in the gallery. What happened?
He's confused. You just said you don't know this side.
Well, now,
They said
right now, his attention was drawn to it.
I was actually relaxing before I came in. Relaxing. Since you said it's not for the gallery, then I think I wasn't in the gallery. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank
My
you,
name is
Honorable.
Jonathan Mensah-Robi, the first deputy speaker of SRC and UCCS as Parliament. Thank you.
Honorable member, please have the floor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Let's move it along. My name is Honorable Kamara Mr. Salim, the Deputy Secretary for UCCS as Parliament.
Before I move on to my little guy, so what done with the introduction?
Majority Mr. Speaker, I think you are changing the titles.
Majority. Okay. But before honorable, your caucus member continue the introduction, I want to draw the attention of the House to the time. This auditorium is actually good for program, so we need to finish our session at 3 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Gilbert Tetteh, a member of Clarko Parliamentary Council of the Legislatures.
Honorable member.
Thank you very much. My name is also Legal Affairs Commissioner,
ACC, we don't know the full name of ACC.
Heritage Christian College.
Thank you. Honorable minority leader, can your members have the floor to introduce themselves?
Yes, we can, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am in the person of Bright Support Ceremony. I am the 16th.
Can you maintain the floor in this chamber?
I am the 16th speaker of the KNUST Students Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable member.
Your focus, I'm not proud of you.
The majority leader for the 17th Parliament, KNUST.
Thank you, honorable member.
Please repeat it out.
Can we really have order in this house?
Say again.
Honorable member, please continue.
The 16th deputy majority whip for KSH, the best unity in Ghana.
Honorable member.
I'm in the best of.
Please, honorable member, please hold on. Majority leader, please put your caucus members in order.
I'm in the best of Ismail Ali Sharif, Chief Whip, Minority Chief of University of Ghana Parliament Council.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm the person of Honorable Century Khalid Hussein, the Deputy Minority Leader for the KNUST.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable President Priscilla, a member of KNUST Parliament Council.
Sweet.
This one is the person of Honorable Comfort, the Deputy Sponsorship and Finance Committee Chair for the 17th KNUST Students Parliament. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable member. Minority leader, are we adopting this section of the house to be a gallery or as part of the house?
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt it as a gallery. Mr. Speaker, I believe strongly I believe strongly there are a lot of honorable members in the majority who should be moved here, and so we need this space for them to come.
I can see someone in the gallery, so I don't know if he stands of any purpose.
Speaker,
Speaker.
I think you took the views of the minority. It is very imperative that we take ours as well. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, this side of the house is not moving that we adopt this side as part of the public gallery. Mr. Speaker, question reason being that should we adopt it as a public gallery? What's going to happen is, what if this side of the house is full? Where do our members sit? Same to them. And so it is very careful that we take certain decisions devoid of any hasty whatever. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think I need to stress once again that we've wasted so much time on these branches. And so I want to just make my point on the move. Mr. Speaker, I think it's important that the Chamber of Parliament has a gallery. It has the gallery for a purpose. It has it for the purpose that we need to accommodate sometimes non-members of Parliament into the chamber. As such, I think we cannot do without having a gallery. If you say we cannot have the entirety of it as a gallery, fine. Then we can do something. Then we can use the middle road. However, I think at this point in time, we've started. I think this season has progressed over an hour, and so I'm not sure anyone will be joining us as of now.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. Honorable Member, are you on your feet? You want to address the House?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for putting the spotlight on we those in the public gallery. Yes. And that being said, I side with the minority with this place being the public gallery. I am in the person of Edmundo, Speaker of Parliament, UCC Parliamentary Council. Thank you.
Which part of the House purpose do you belong to?
Public gallery.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker. Respectfully, Mr. Speaker.
Less than 2 hours.
No, Mr. Speaker, let us correct a precedent here. It has never happened in any locomotive working parliament that a speaker calls on someone from the public gallery to introduce himself or something like that. The only thing is the speaker introduces the person, not the person speaking when the house is in session. So, Mr. Speaker, you've given him the impetus to support a caucus. Mr. Speaker, this is not right in any way.
I'm not supporting a caucus. Mr. Speaker, I am not supporting a caucus.
No, you allow him to support a caucus. Someone in the public gallery. Mr. Speaker, let it be on record that today, the NASSG sitting had the speaker calling on a member in the public gallery to support
I just heard you saying that.
Mr. Speaker, hit on that.
No, we are the gallery.
Can I have the floor? Thank you. Can I have the floor? I just heard you saying that this chamber is for NASA. True or false?
Mr. Speaker, that is as a result of lapse of concentration circulating my mind.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, you should understand that it's a mistake. It wasn't intentional. But Mr. Speaker, let me remind you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not giving you the floor. Please sit. Honorable members, we have less than 2 hours to end the session. Let me draw attention. We are still on item 5, and we have 13 items, 14 items actually on the other side. Amen. Please, introduction of minority leader still continues. Please. Okay, minority leader is done introducing themselves. Majority side is also done introducing themselves. Honorable member, address yourself. Honorable,
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as student parliamentarians, as we are learning from what our peers are doing out here. And I believe that whatever we do in our meetings, there should be deference. We should deference in whatever we do, and then we should factor time in it. Like Mr. Speaker stipulated, we have about
less than 2 hours. And we have 14
14
items on the other.
Thank you. So that's what we stand in. I believe that we should factor time in, at least it will help us. And to draw the house, I want to draw the house attention to something. When I walked in, right from when I walked in, I noticed something. 2 people stood up to put someone on a point of order. But then I realized I didn't state the actual point of order. I believe we have types of point of order. We have point of order, we have total point of order, information section, and then we have point of order, point of total order, point of order information fetching, and then point of order information seeking. But when the first person stood up, he didn't state on which point of order he was coming. So I believe that when you want to put someone on the point of order, at least you.
Honorable member, thank you for the education. Please, item 5 on other part, which is introduction of participant present, is done and still. So I move from item 5 to item 6, which is questions. Item 6, questions. Majority leader, do you have any questions?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As long as I'm concerned,
Minority
I do not
leader,
have any
please.
questions.
Thank you. Minority.
Thank you very much, sir. We have no questions.
Thank you. Honorable members from the majority caucus, any questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Honorable members from the minority caucus, any questions? Okay. So we move. So before we move on to item 17, I want to move back to item 5, which is introduction of participant present. And I'd like to introduce my chief clerk, in the person of Honorable Ernest from UPAC, who served in the student parliament as the chief clerk, and he's now former chief clerk of UPAC student parliament. And also my pastor is the Right Honorable Innocent, who is the current speaker of the UPAC student parliament. Honorable members, do I need to introduce myself to
Yes.
My name is His Excellency Right Honorable Gilbert Tetteh, the current SRC Parliament. I heard someone saying A. That's my title. His Excellency Right Honorable Gilbert Tetteh. You are saying A. The current SRC President of Heritage University College and a former speaker, former second speaker of the second SRC Parliament. And actually, I am the second person who has changed, who moved from the speaker to the title of His Excellency. And the first person to break the record is His Excellency Christian Anderson, who is the current future president. He was a former speaker from SRC Parliament of KNUST, who attained the title of His Excellency. I'm the second in line. And there's a third person in line, which I'd like to move on to item 7 on the other part. Item 7 on the item 7. Honorable, please, we are moving to item 7. Thank you. We are far behind time. Item 7 on the other part is statement. Majority leader, honorable, please have your seat. Majority leader.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let it quickly be noted that we shouldn't sit here and set in bad precedent because because tomorrow some people.
Honorable Majority Leader, please settle the Vice President.
No, I'm only making a statement. So subsequently, should we want to tread that path, it should serve as a guidance to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Minority Leader, that item 7 on the other side, please.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I think our time is fast spent, and then I'd like to say let's proceed to the next item.
Item 8. Honorable Adado, do you have anything to say on item 7 on your moving that fast to a different item?
Item 7, right on.
Thank you. Can I have a statement?
We didn't recognize the members as recognize the majority, then if they have statements, but with the members who are moving to the next
Your majority leader just informed the House that you are not rushing to see your. Honorable Adado, do you have any statement?
Yes, I do have, Mr. Speaker.
Please have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Please make it brief.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's about 4 sentences. It's 4
What
sentences.
sentence?
But I'll still summarize the 4 sentences.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so, Mr. Speaker, in regards to the name that we are pronouncing, that is, I don't know whether to say NASA or NASSG or NASSG, but Mr. Speaker, I will say that this association is making a progress in regards to our affairs and activities. And I would like the chairman or the leaders of this association to take this seriously and for us to bring more ideas on board to make the association work and create a link with the mother parliament, and then also form a body that will be regulated by the mother parliament. And then, as I said initially, innovative ideas or things that the association can do to improve and also get funds. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, I will make sure and charge my feedback to inform the chairman of the association to work on that. Honorable, before I come to you, let me take the honorable member behind you. Please, honorable member, have the floor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. May you continue to take on. Mr. Speaker, as a country as we are, country that is broke away from neocolonialism no longer. Mr. Speaker, I believe that we still have a long, and let me say, we still have more years ahead of us. But then with what is going on right now, Mr. Speaker, if we don't care the menace I'm here to mention, Mr. Speaker, the time will come, our generations will have to start importing more. Mr. Speaker, Ghana is struggling right now in terms of clean water, power, because of Galamsey. The communities that Galamsey is one, I believe that we should look into it because our water bodies are seriously getting depleted day in, day out. So I'll plead to high office to look into this and then please stop this illegal.
Thank you, honorable member. I will say that the president of the nation or the country is actually working so hard with his cabinet members to care this and to by conference to the chairman of the association make sure that we get your statement to the high office of the president. Thank you. Honorable
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable
in the House. Let me just
Honorable, please be brief. We are far behind time.
Thank you very much for your guidance. Brief is brief and subjective. Mr. Speaker, there are two things that bothers me for today's sitting. In every sitting, I believe that there are instances where we may have delegates. And I'm saying that in relation to instances whereby the speaker tends to be argumentative to the House. We have seen it in all instances whereby a statement doesn't sometimes need your response. And we believe that as a speaker, when you proceed in that particular way, you opine that it shows you.
Am I part of this house?
Mr. Speaker,
the
speaker is not a member.
Honorable member, am I part of this house?
I'm making my statement. See, this is
an example. My question.
This is circumstantial evidence.
Honorable member, am I part of this
Mr.
house?
Speaker.
Honorable member, I'll come to you. Honorable member, am I part of this house?
No, please, you are not.
What's my position in this house?
You are the speaker of the House.
And I'm chairing the sitting.
You chair the sitting, but you don't argue with the members.
I am not arguing.
I'm making a statement.
I'm trying to inform the member that the president is actually working on something. But I also inform the chairman of the association too. At least get statements and not what to it.
So, minority will bear to believe that since it's the have wait for me to finish the statement, and he made that. But this is no. So you see, this is circumstantial evidence of you being adjudicated. So the speaker, I will grant this house to adopt a deputy speaker as it stands now, so that in the event whereby we feel that our motion has been treated, the speaker will advocate for the deputy to check. That is one. Again, my main concern of statement is that in the West African Sahara, we see how coup d'etats are happening. This is a clear indication to our leaders that certain things are not being done right. And then there's something in chief say that we see how young people are suffering. And I wish that this citizen and this house should be able to make a communique to let the leaders of Ghana and the other African countries know that the way the countries are being governed, people are not happy with it. Thank you very much. But before that, let us consider the deputy speaker. Thank you.
Honourable Member, thank you. Honourable Minority Leader. Honourable Minority Member, please have.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to remind my honourable member at the majority side, Honourable Ismaila Hakim, that although he stated that Hakim Ismaila, he stated that he has an ambition of becoming a lawyer. This place is not a law court.
Thank you very much.
In the law court, we decided that the judge should recuse himself, but this is a parliament house. It is not done anywhere that the speaker should abdicate himself. This is not a courthouse. This is a parliament house. So, Mr. Speaker, you may proceed.
Honourable Member, thank you. Honourable Member, please have the floor.
Thank you very much. I would like to emphasize that in as much as everyone here would like to make a statement, but then we should be mindful of the statements we are making. I am saying this driving at the point that people are watching us out there. So we should know what we are saying. And then it's not just about talking, but then let's make substantive statements.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Please, before that, let me throw things on this. We are far behind time, and we are to end this sitting by 3 p.m. We are far behind time, and we should end this sitting by 3 p.m. Please, I'd like to also inform the House that this House have only one member who is very right in every decision, and which is the chair of this House. Myself. Order number 97. 87. 97. Thank you. Honourable Member, please have the floor. You be the last person on having anything to say on this item. We move on to the next item.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I'll be brief with my submission.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, what I'm about to say is somehow a rebuttal. Mr. Speaker, in the sense that we all know and believe that we are in the learning process. So if someone gets up to correct the Mr. Speaker or say something, I mean, it should be in a diplomatic way. Because we are learning diplomacy as we are getting up there. So if you want to correct Mr. Speaker sometimes, in as much as you laugh with that, I believe that if you find a nicer way of communicating it to Mr. Speaker, sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. But then I believe Mr. Speaker is a human being. So Mr. Speaker, I would beg your indulgence that maybe if someone says something, a member of parliament, not just someone, if a member says something and before you start some knowledge from it, Mr. Speaker, I'll beg you to just start with that. Maybe we'll continue.
Sure, Honourable, I will show you that. Thank you for that. Honourable Minority Leader, item 7 statement. I will be done with it. Can you move on to the next item? Minority Leader, item 8 on the other side. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much. Right on this side of the house has no petition for no receiving petition.
Thank you, Minority Leader. So both caucus agree that we move on from item 8 to item 9.
Yeah.
Item 9 has a formal remarks from the visa president, and this I would like to say that we cannot attest to the fact that the visa president is actually busy at the moment, but there is a blood relation going on, which have taken his president away from the city. Thank you. So both House Can you move on from item 9 to item 10? On the other part. Yeah, Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. It is crystal clear that even the item 10 cannot be possible because we do not have the leader of KNUST Parliament with us.
So, Honorable Majority Leader.
I want to move that due to time factor, just as you said, we move to the commencement of the debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Majority Leader, you are going to move on from item 10 to item 11. Thank you. Item 11 is the introduction of the motion for debate, commencement of the debate. Can I have the Majority Leader? So the motion before the House is that the House debate on the influence of partisan politics. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Indeed, you are the wisest. The motion before this House today is a very critical one and a very constructive one, which, with your permission, I read that the House debates on the influence of partisan politics in student political sphere. Mr. Speaker, this House, the position of this side of the House, without any fear of contradiction.
Can you adopt the motion before the House decides?
That is exactly what I'm doing, Mr. Speaker. With your permission, I will introduce the motion of the House. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Like my honorable majority leader has stated, the motion was brought to our notice, and we second that we do proceed to debate on the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Majority Leader, your side of the House, your focus, where are they? This side, are they? What's their stand on this debate?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Indeed, you are the wisest. The position of this House, this side of the House, is against the motion. Mr. Speaker, basically what we are going to communicate today on this floor is that we feel and we know without any fear of contradiction, and we hold some incontrovertible evidences to buttress our stance that the influence of partisan politics in the student sphere is not an influence, and we do not buy into that. Mr. Speaker, when we talk about influence, this is a word that is actually very broad in its nature, attributes, and character. And so if you are talking about influence of partisan politics in a student political sphere, what exactly and how are you in relation to that influence when it comes to student politics? Mr. Speaker, it is very laughable, and I know that this side of the House would argue that indeed there is enormous influence from the partisan politics, that is to say, taking our society that we find ourselves, NDC, NPP, influencing student politics today, and as a result of that, causing a whole lot of brouhaha and all of that. But they shouldn't forget, Mr. Speaker, that with this side of the House, we feel, like we've stated, if you are talking about influence, it is indeed subjective, and it is indeed very broad in its nature, attributes, and character. Mr. Speaker, let us not forget that there is some form of polarization and divisiveness when it comes to this subject matter. Mr. Speaker, partisan politics often leads to polarization and divisiveness amongst students. And now, if the other side of the House is going to argue that partisan politics influences student political spheres today, let me ask, is there any form of polarization or any divisiveness when it comes to our spheres? Mr. Speaker, this is a very constructive question that the other side of the House must answer, if indeed they are saying
that there is enormous or direct influence when it comes to the student political sphere. Mr. Speaker, let me again ask that if indeed there was any form of polarization leading to divisiveness and all of that, we wouldn't have been seated here today, because each one of us would have in one way or the other believed or bought into some form of political ideology. And there is no way that we might even come to this drawing board. You get it? So we would have been polarized in our ways, we would have been divided in our ways. And so at the end of the day, we wouldn't be able to make any reasonable impact so long as this parliament is concerned. Mr. Speaker, let me again add that this partisan politics we are talking about leads to some kind of biased thinking. Mr. Speaker, should I ask any of the honorable members seated here today, especially the other side of the house, if they are saying that there is an influence from the partisan political sphere to the student political sphere, are they telling us that their side of the house is biased when it comes to their level of thinking? Because obviously, you can't buy into a political ideology, say MPP or NDC, and say that for you, you are not going to be biased when it comes to your thinking. We can see how crystal clear it is when someone in the MPP, even if the person knows his values, knows that what the MPP, for example, is doing, or what the NDC, for example, is doing is wrong, this person will no way lambast the the partisan party, because he has a biased thinking, because his ideologies buy into the ideologies of this partisan politics. And as students, politicians, and as students who want to change this diaspora and all of that, and want to make enormous impact and changes in the near future, I believe that the other side of the house is not biased when it comes to their thinking. And so it will look laughable should they rise and actually make an argument that there is an impact of partisan politics so long as the student politics is concerned. Yeah. Finally, Mr. Speaker, partisan influence of partisan politics leads to some kind of lack of independence. Should they rise again, Mr. Speaker, to argue that there is an influence of partisan politics in student political sphere today? Are they telling us that they do not have any form of independence? Let them not forget, Mr. Speaker, that as we are sitting here on this side, we are actually very independent. As a result, we know that there is no any influence, partisan political influence on us. And as a result of that, we are influenced and we are independent. We are independent, and we can take independent and constructive decisions to enhance the welfare of our members. So should they rise today and tell us that they are in support of the motion that partisan politics influence our political sphere, then in a nutshell, Mr. Speaker, they are telling us that they are not independent. In a nutshell, they are also telling us that they are biased when it comes to their thinking, and they are also telling us that there is some kind of polarization and divisiveness so long as this parliament is concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Majority Leader, can you have your opening statement?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think the motion before the House today is one for the streets. For the streets, I mean, it is a matter of simple logic. The majority leader in his own statement, admitted to the fact that they are influenced. And so it means that all the grammar he was constructing around the point, it was just icing on the cake. The main cake is the fact that they are influenced. And so you cannot go around it without coming to the point. And so I think he made it very simple for us by stating in his statement that their side is influenced already. And so, Mr. Speaker, that aside, the motion before the House is one that we should look at on a critical basis. Mr. Speaker, I say this because the student political sphere is of real importance to us as students. This is the front that is taking the lead in the student affairs. and as such, we should have a front that is for the students and not influenced by any external bodies like political parties. That aside, Mr. Speaker, I think it is important for us to establish that if you have stayed long enough in the student political sphere, no one needs to mention to you that there is some form of influence from the political parties to the student front. I say this because, Mr. Speaker, we are here for you at Judicial Congress. Most of us here are delegates. We know what happens around these things. These are matters we should speak out truthfully. These are matters we should deal with head on. I mean, we are here undertaking this exercise to bring some form of clarity, some form of impact, at least if not for us, but for the entire student body. And as Mr. Speaker, I think it's important that we recognize the fact that student politics, as we have it right now in Ghana, from the highest level there is to the least, the department elections, there is some form of influence. At the national level, like we have NUT, USAG, and all those things, we know what happens with parties. Parties sponsor candidates to come in, and they come in, they get them the money, they get them all the resources they need. They win the elections, and what do they give them in return? The payment in return is that you don't be hard on us. That's all. And so by not being hard on us, what are they doing? They are refusing to give the students what they actually deserve. And so I keep saying that the student front is a charge for the students. It is activism. It is a place where you come and you take the interest of the students to heart. You fight for the students wherever it takes you. And so, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader has stated in the statement that he has made the statement about independence. That if you say politics or political parties influence the students' front, it means we are not independent. Mr. Speaker, I beg to differ from that. I think what he's saying is, I mean, he's exaggerating. He's over-characterizing the situation. I mean, if you say we are not independent, the influence of political parties in our elections and our activities as students does not necessarily mean that we are not independent. It means that what we do, there's some level of a bit of independence, a bit of dependence on those people inside it. And so, if you are a student leader and say, for this particular academic, let me give this one as a case study. When there were increases in student school fees, and we're taking up that matter, I mean, you notice that we took the matter up to the level of parliament. And so, if you are at the front of this particular issue, and you are supposed to go to parliament, you are supposed to go to Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, to go and lobby for students, for them to bring down prices. But you go there and realize that these are the people that sponsored you to win your election. I mean, what are you going there to see? What are you going there to see? That is what we mean when we say influence. And not the fact that they come to decide for you what to do. They don't decide for you what to do. But their presence, their influence in your activities, give some level of, should I say, it limits your abilities. I give ability for us. It limits your ability as to how far you can go with issues and how far you can take the interest of the students to have. And so, Mr. Speaker, I think the majority that was over exaggerating the situation we have here. And in this debate, you hear from my purpose is that we will be presenting to you solid facts, evidence. We will be presenting to you evidence as to why the student political sphere and politicians and politics, party politics, has a big say on what happens in the student community today. And so, Mr. Speaker, my majority leader did not mention how we're going to debate. Well, he said they are taking against, we are for. And so, moving forward, you'll be hearing from this side of the caucus why we think politics, political parties influence our student politics. And so, we'll be presenting those facts to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minority Leader. Majority Leader and Minority Leader, I'd like you to inform the caucus members that this house is actually a house of facts, and we should not just create statements and throw that into the eyes of members of this chamber. So any statement that you make should be a statement of facts. Thank you. Majority, Honourable Member.
Mr. Speaker,
in the house, we are looking at an issue whereby we have to, I am a textualist actually. I want to look at the text of the whole word. So let's look at influence itself. What influence means. And for the purposes of this, I like to read. Influence can either be a noun or a verb. Now, if it's a noun, it's the capacity to have the effects on the character, development, and behavior of someone or something, or the effect of itself. This is influence. Now, the notion of what is saying that we want to look at the influence of partisan politics. Now, I'll get back to the 1992 Constitution of Ghana as amended 96. When we speak about what the political parties are for, are to win elections. Again, these are instances whereby we are looking at influence of partisan politics. That means that when student leaders are going for elections, the political parties are the ones that we raise to do the elections. That would be how I'm going to look at this instance. One, nobody here can tell me that in your campus there is an election whereby you see NPP flag or NDC flag we use. Colors are subject to you. Enjoy the colors. You can use it for your flyers. That doesn't mean that they are influencing you. Student politicians might have their parents in other fashions and all those things. If my uncle gives me money and my uncle is NDC to run my election, does that mean make me NDC or NPP? No. Where is that influence? Mr. Speaker, I am always proud to say that I'm a team member. Yes, but I have a lot of friends who are TESCON. My campaign chairman, my campaign manager, actually, for my SRC election was a TESCON person. So, student politics, I believe that we are intellectuals. We allow our conscience and thinking, unless the minority wants to tell me that, as the minority leader was saying that we are delegates and we know what will happen here. We don't know. Our vote, my vote and my delegate list is my pocket. You see, it's my pocket. And I have paid my dues personally. And my people have independent minds to go and vote and not collect money. You see, if we start making the assumption that student politics is being influenced by political parties, it means that they have the view that student leaders don't have their minds on their own. Indeed, we have the thing that there are three things that makes a human being: the books you read, the people you meet, and the places you go. So if you want to be a great person, you read good books. Yeah. You read good people. I even believe that politics are about an ideology. I believe in social democracy. But I'm not saying that it's NPC that is supposed to tell me what I should do on my campus. In 2016, I was in an association, Ghana NASSG Association. I was a greater grand president and became national police and programs coordinator. We were demonstrating for posting for nurses. It happened that it was NDC that was in power. We went to the flag star, we met. They spoke to us. The next day, we demonstrated. We believe that students, our welfare is supreme. When you're a student leader, it's the welfare of the student, and that is all. Simplicity. If you let student personal policy influence you, that is where you can't perform and you can't give the mandates. This demonstration I was speaking about, you can check it. We demonstrated 5 pages one day, and we told them that we assured them we demonstrate for 1 week. And that day, the first day, our postings came. That is what happens. So student leaders are intellectuals, and we see our welfare first. There is no evidence showing that any student leader is going for election and you see NPP flag or NDC logo. If the logo is not there, and the person has used the colors doesn't mean it's partisan politics. I enjoy the colors. So therefore, I say unequivocally that student politics is never been influenced by partisan politics. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable minority member. Any minority member?
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity given me to
the majority of this house is currently not looking at living in a life of realism. They are living in a life of idealism and a life of what should I say, in a life of their minds. My point being that he explained that political parties, as they are, represent ideologies. Talking about influence, you don't need to have colors, you don't need to have the name of a political party to actually show that you are being influenced. Simple. Ideologies influence people more than colors. I believe in social democracy. That doesn't mean I go around with colors around showing that I'm an NC member. No. It's the ideology that pushes me. So one, I want you to believe that when it comes to influence, it shouldn't necessarily be colors, it shouldn't necessarily be someone actually influence what you do. The motion we actually debating today is that, Mr. Speaker, I want to go back and read the motion. The motion says that the House debates on the influence of personal in the student political sphere. I want honorable member to understand that when we talk about influence, we are not just talking about people paying money. We are talking about how the ideologies of political parties influence students. I want you to see it in that way. And two, that as you were saying, individuals can be paid, individuals can be influenced with money. So individuals. I want you to believe that the ideologies of certain political parties actually influence student politics. And no matter what, political parties will always be there. But the point is that as student politicians, we are supposed to be looking out for the welfare of students on campus. And no matter what we do, our political ideologies will still remain. So this part of the House, the minority, will continue to say that there is influence of partisan politics in student politics. Thank you very much, Honorable.
I will straightforward to the point that I want to raise. And I want to say that I think the majority there are being sarcastic. And they are not giving us the point that shows that indeed the partisan politics is having an influence in the student atmosphere. I want to say this in the fact that we have student leaders getting into positions and bringing the two partisan politics that we have in the country together, making them resource persons for a program that they organize. What are you trying to tell me? Didn't they receive any help, although they receive any help from these partisan politicians? That doesn't mean that they influence their activities. But I see the student space as bringing these two partisan politics together in solving problems that relate to student welfare, in the sense that we have, let me take for example, we start organizing a program and bringing an NDC person as a resource person on board, bringing an MPP as a resource person on board, them coming together at that particular point, they are discussing the welfare of the students. Meaning, I think the student space is rather bringing the politicians together and they're not even having an influence in the student politics. I duly submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, the Vice Chair. Talking about influence of partisan politics, it is crystal clear, and history has demonstrated that over the years, the kind of student leaders who are being produced by various tertiary institutions end up becoming national leaders. And the honorable member from the majority side asking of evidence of how partisan politics has influenced the student front. I would like to.
Which kind of information, kind of order you see on
I want to write on the point of order that he was saying that.
Sit down. It's not point of order. Yes. Order number, and they want to know which other number you are trying to put the minority number.
Order number 2.
Oh.
Then there's no order.
Both majority That's
We don't have a copy now. I don't have a copy.
Please, both corpus leaders agreed using the standard. Please, Majority Leader, can I finish? When I finish, Majority Leader, can I finish? With that, we agreed that the honorable member warrant heritage. Honorable Martin, can I finish? We agreed that the honorable member wearing heritage University College t-shirt be allowed because he's not naked because he's representing the school. That's right. In that t-shirt. And when we read the standing orders from KNUST Parliament, that actually says that an honorable member should be in shirt, a tie, and a material trouser. That qualifies him to be a decent dress, but not naked. But we allow the honorable member to be in this chamber to be part of this joint sitting because he is representing his school. Honorable, you wanted to put the honorable member to point of order.
Honorable Speaker, with the agreement that we made currently, we were not.
Can you put him to order?
With understanding orders of the KNUST SRC Parliamentary Council, I can't because I don't have a copy. So I don't know the number. And the using with the parliament of that. Please, I'm not and you cannot talk. Mr. Speaker, only let him take
what are you trying to
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker. I want to bring it to the attention of the House that to solve the problem of the standing orders, I think we can adopt the standing orders of the Parliament of Ghana as our standing orders for this particular sitting. Myself, that is what I've been referring to all this while.
Thank you.
If we have it, we can refer to it by name.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Member, please have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I want to put you to order in regards when you made a statement that history has shown, and I want you to clarify which history or which research material has shown that.
Honorable Member, before this debate started, I said this house is a house of facts.
Yes.
Can you provide facts, any link, any documents supporting your statement?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Indeed, you are the wisest. With a practical example and a practical evidence, the current SRC President of the University of Ghana, Mr. Martin Boakye, and the current SRC President of KNUST, Mr. Frank Owusu, both immediate past, let me put it that way, both presidents of the various institutions had endorsement from a student front of a political party. Yes, guess what?
Points of order have been raised.
As you said, we are dealing with facts and others, and then if you are trying to say something like that, produce a paper, produce a fact.
That's what I want to
So what he is saying, how do you know that they got endorsement from everyone? Yes. So it's better he says something who doesn't have it.
Can I ask you to provide the facts backing the statement?
Yes.
I remember, sorry, he is making a statement.
He made a statement.
That has
And
no
evidence. Can I?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm writing on the point of order to ensure that the honorable member should actually check how he addresses some dignitaries. You can't address an SRC president as Mr. Respectfully, he is His Excellency or His Excellency, so he should take note of that.
Thank you. Honorable Jamsa.
Honorable, thank you for the opportunity to speak.
But before that, honorable member, are you done with the submission?
No, I was not done.
And do you have any evidence backing the names and what you are saying?
I'll present it to the House.
Before you do that, honorable members, please, can I finish with my statement before you come with your point of order? Thank you. Honorable minority member, before you submit any evidence or any facts backing what you're saying, I will not allow you to continue with your submission.
All right.
Thank you.
Point of correction, Mr. Speaker.
Points of order.
Yeah, I have notes where he said that he's going to present those documents. Then I want to address the stable office that such statements, since there is no evidence backing it, should be struck out. That it never happened in Parliament, since there is no evidence to that. So it never happened that history has shown. It should be struck out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Honorable Majority Member, I'll come back to you because Honorable Majority Member was on the floor. So I'll show, and I need to hold. So please, I'll come back to you. Honorable Doctor, before I come back to you, please let's take your leader from me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think we are contradicting an issue over here. I think what my honorable member said was that history has shown. Was that not a statement? History has shown that
history is what we are asking.
Mr. Speaker, please continue. When I say history has shown, history can be an event. And it's not all events that have been documented. So if I tell you it happened here, it happened here, you can't tell me to provide citation or a document. You can't tell me that it's public knowledge. When I say it happened here, you cannot tell me to provide some document on that. And so if Mr. Speaker, and so if the honorable member is referring to an event that happened somewhere, I disagree with the submission that he should provide a link or a document. No, it doesn't happen. Once it's an event, you can one just find it. Yes.
And the event that happened is trying to paint the picture to us. Please, honorable majority leader, please hold on. The picture is painting is actually not clear to the house. It's not clear to me. Yes. And you mentioned names. You mentioned three most important as the president.
Mr. Speaker, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the names. My point is that evidence has shown. That was the statement. That is what history has shown. That's what he said.
History has shown.
And we are looking for evidence, and they are requesting for evidence for that.
And we are not aware of the history he's trying to paint.
Mr. Speaker, my point is that.
Are you aware before this debate started? Please.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Hakim, please have your seat. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Majority leader, before this debate started, I made it clear to the house that this house is actually a house of facts. This motion before the house is actually critical. If care is not taken, after this sitting, this house will be called to answer questions. Which I'm not ready to answer.
That's fine.
And so I want this place to remember that please make sure that whatever you say, you have facts to back whatever you're saying. Your honorable minority member was actually referring to this, facing a picture. We are not getting a picture. The picture he was facing was not actually clear. He went on to mention names of the ex-president of KNUST and Labour.
That's not
Which I don't want him to make statements based on what he heard, but actually what is there and what we can all have access to.
Mr. Speaker, I feel we are setting bad precedents.
We are not setting bad precedents. I'm trying to avoid what before the
my point is that, Mr. Speaker, you see, when I say history has shown, and I'm referring to an event, and I'm referring to an event. Mr. Speaker, I don't have a problem. He said he will present the document. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem.
So the document
yes, but I'm making a correction that allows you to control your information. Mr. Speaker, at this point, I'm tempted to join hands with my honorable friends from that side. I rest my case.
Thank you. Please have the floor.
Thank you very much, Vice Honorable. I think this House is doing very well by meeting this motion. But however, I think we are not being fair to Ghanaians. In the sense that, as Ghanaians, I would like to say not up to 20% of our history is written. Should we thereby say that whatever we heard about Confanachi was false? Should we say Osetutu never existed? Because it wasn't written. I think we are not being fair. Material to show. And our member is showing that he has evidence to back it. But I'm making it clear that here in Ghana, most of our history.
Honorable Majority Member, point of order. Honorable Hakim, I do not see a point of order. There is a point of order behind you. Can I have that point of order? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker and the House. Mr. Speaker, just point of order information. Mr. Speaker, with regards to what the honorable member said, that what he said was in an era where they didn't have the sophisticated materials and the means to document certain sensitive issues, Mr. Speaker. But in this era, Mr. Speaker, we live in a digital world, for that matter, global village, where everyone is a journalist on their own. Everyone has reports of latest and even past incidents. So we live in a different era as compared to Confanochi's era. So whatever you say now, whether sensitive or not, has to be documented, Mr. Speaker. So the trajectory is taken, I think. Very
Before you continue, I want to say something. You are free to reject your opinion or not. But I want to say that you mentioned this era that Shanti mentioned. In fact, even our younger siblings at the UNYA-GH primary school are aware of this issue of Ashanti. Your colleague from your side actually mentioned names of the kindness and presence of KNUST in Lagos. Many reference to them. I stopped you from continuing with the information report. I want you to provide evidence fact to back. So after this sitting, when these two presidents want to hold this house, we can provide them with what we base our submission on. Thank you. So please continue.
Thank you very much. So I think you've been fair to everyone on my side of the house by actually calling into order for establishment. But however, I'd like us to state that we're all witness to the 2020, 2024, 2023 election here in KNUST. We all followed keen on Twitter when we saw certain candidates being paraded by certain political parties as the recommended candidates for those political parties. I think the minority is just not being fair to Ghanaians. I said this earlier. They are just not being fair to the majority isn't being fair to Ghanaians. Because, as they said earlier, we need digital evidence. And we have digital evidence to show that certain political parties actually influenced the elections in KNUST. That particular member actually had a number of votes, which I believe he could have gotten without the support of that political party. So that's my belief. But it's up to you to, however, debate that without the influence of the political party, that individual would have gotten the same number of votes. It's up to you to debate that. The point I'm debating is that without that political party's influence, that member would have gotten that vote. So I'm here stating that political parties and partisan politics always has an influence in student politics. That's our stance, and we shall forever stay by that stance. Thank you very much.
I saw first of order from the majority side, but I decided to ignore. But let me take it from that side.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And then I would like to see emphatically that the member from the minority bed is speaking based on his feelings and assumption of what he feels and what he thinks. And then it's an influence on what's on ground. Everybody has the right to belong to a political party. Everybody has the right. If right constitution. If I belong to let's say Tesco, and then I'm contesting for a position, they have the right to support me. Now when you are talking after the election and you are in power, or how you are being controlled, their influence in your administration, or what they do, or it's like they're controlling your administration, and it looks like now the association or your administration has become a political party on its own.
Please, I want to bring this point of information to your notice that actually this auditorium is put to the next program. And if we don't wrap up with our proceedings or our sitting,
let me wrap up and sit down, and then you'll also wrap up on that side. So as I was saying, he's talking based on his assumption, his feeling, and what he thinks. If I have an uncle or who are related in the party and want to support it by posting my picture, I don't think it's an influence in my association. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before, let me also bring this to notice that after this sitting, we are moving to the have the aspirants actually over there, and we control this system, and we will just preach this gospel to them. Thank you. Honorable minority members. Please have a vote.
Thank you very much.
Please, I'm taking one submission from minority side and taking another from the majority side. Then I take the closing remarks from both leaders.
One after this.
No, days after him, we are done. Another one from here. Then I'll move to the leaders. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Minister, honorable minority member from here, we are moving to the next continue with the debate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, to make my submission on the motion before the House, and starting on the grounds of my side of the House, I would like to state that when we talk about influence, I've learned in my academic journey that there are shadow influencers. Let me put it that way. And in the company or organization, you can have shadow directors. What do I mean by that? When we say someone is a shadow influencer or a shadow director, what we are trying to imply is that the person is actually sitting at his or her comfort zone. You not see the person clearly influencing your activities. Let me put it that way. But the person is behind your activities and actions, both in, let me say, positively. To state, I'm saying that sometimes you realize that you are doing things which are not actually your ideas as a political, let me say, a student politician. You are taking a campaign champion, you are doing things that are not actually your ideas. For instance, how can an SSC aspirant state that if he comes to power, he is going to provide one tutor, one lecturer, one V8, one that is an influence from a political party. No, what do you mean that was a joke? Because that was a joke. Because that was a joke. So when we talk about influence, it's not about someone giving you money. Someone giving you money to sponsor your campaign activities. Or someone calling you into a conference room or his office and telling you what to do. No. If the person has impacted into your ideas, it's an influence. It's an influence. And that is what is happening. You see students talking about policies that in reality they cannot undertake. In reality they cannot do. In the end, a student was promising that when he comes into power, he will provide a driving school, Mr. Speaker. Provided by who? So I'm trying to say that ideologies of political parties have, in a way, and in a massive way, extreme influence student politics in this our country.
Thank you. Majority leader, I'm taking one submission from our side, and please, can you discuss with your majority members your purpose?
So, how many minutes? They use 5 minutes. So you use 5 minutes.
I'm giving you 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes.
I'll dedicate that time to my two honorable. Today, I'm closing remarks on my behalf.
No, I'm taking one last submission from here before both leaders remarks. Thank you. So 3 minutes. Are they sharing?
Yes.
Thank you. Go on. You have 1 minute.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. There was days of Aluta Continua, and there is days of Aluta Continua. Mr. Speaker, my honorable members on the other side, if they are saying that political parties have influence and are still influencing student politics, Mr. Speaker, then why is it that a political party will influence an individual into power, and then after that, that same individual
that will go against them in the presence of Aluta Continua. Mr. Speaker, if that is Mr. Speaker, if my uncle is an NDC member and I'm vying for a position in the test conference, if my uncle sponsors me, that doesn't mean that my uncle will do what happening and everything is bad. Mr. Speaker, what they are saying is they don't want to hear the truth. Mr. Speaker, I like to. Yes, Mr. Speaker. This is the House of Records. We don't say House of Records because House of Records is the department that is records in the House of Records. Yes, so this is the House of Records. So whatever you say, Mr. Speaker, must have a backing, and we've not had any solid backing so far from them, Mr. Speaker. So I'd like to say that in whatever they do, they should be honest with it. This is not a place just come and say something and go. So if we believe, so we believe, we stand against the fact that politicians is influencing us. If you have someone who is the culprit, bring it. We will deal with the person. So
Thank you.
Honorable member.
Thank you very much.
1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You've already given the 3 seconds. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about the influence of partisan politics in the student political sphere. That is what we are looking at here. We are not looking at the fact that whether some people influence individuals. We are talking about the political sphere. Not long ago, 2015, Professor Janko published an article on student politics. And then he said, student politics is rightly based on activism. That is what we are meant to tell you. So you have a political party supporting you, posting you. That does not change your ideology. Student leaders so far, from what I have seen being in student politics, I've seen that student leaders have shown activism. They act on behalf or in the interest of students. We are not looking at the fact that whether they sponsor them, they post them, they give them money. That is out of context. We are looking at the fact that in the sphere, are they really making decisions for us? No. Nyajide, let me use that. Is an MPP member, but everything shows that he has acted actively in the interest of students, and that makes him a student activist, acting or working in the political sphere. That is fair. Go on, and then we can just be talking about money. But we are looking at evidence. Thank you very much.
Can I get permission here? Thank you. I would like to inform the House that lunch is available. In fact, when I say lunch, proper lunch. It was sponsored by His Excellency President. Proper food. Also, His Excellency the President-elect, KOG also contributed that husband-based water and President-elect. That is I think also made funds available for us to also provide water and drainage. So this water and drainage, plenty are there. Yes. So as a this, we are all moving to Brunei to have our lunch and also the remaining drinks and water. We could also have there. Also, the former president of SK, and the current president, SK, and the former president, Barrister, the president from UCC also contributed to our sitting. So if I'm saying that we have plenty water, not more, plenty water, plenty drinks, more food, in fact, we are going to show tonight that let's
that to continue the debate at night. I'd like to take the closing remarks from the majority leader. So please, Madam President, I'm not taking any submission from this. We have one more submission.
Please give us 2 minutes.
Please, no, hold on.
We have 18 minutes.
Please, can I? We have 8 minutes. Please, let's have the closing remarks.
2 minutes.
Please, let's have closing remarks. Let's take the closing remarks from majority leader. From here, we are all moving to unite. When we are going to have lunch, the debate will still continue. That's why we have that's why the aspirants are there. That's why we have the students leaders there. Let's go and continue the debate and give them the heat. Please, you have 3 minutes for the question. It's now 2:43. 2:46. You have come. Thank you. Please, minority purpose. Let me have the debate. Please continue.
Mr. Speaker,
Please.
point of information.
Okay. Please hold on.
Yes. At the beginning of the debate, you started from their side, and so if we are going up and down.
Explosive remarks here.
Yes.
These debates, we are not ending the debate.
Yes.
We are in the house. We are looking this chamber to go into the second chamber. Everyone get a crime and a body. Can I have the floor? I am giving the opportunity to both leaders to give us their closing remarks in this chamber.
Mr. Speaker, if you close, how do you go to continue?
Please. We close cylinder. So you can
let me.
No, then both members. Can I have both leaders?
Let's go on recess. Yes, recess.
Please, thank you. Please, we have 15 minutes. This auditorium, let me say, we did not pay for this auditorium. And so we don't need to disgrace the man who helped us secure this auditorium. We promise that we leave this auditorium before time. And we have 15 minutes. For that matter, both leaders have agreed that we are not taking any submission or any closing remarks from anyone. We are going to listen. For this matter, I call for a motion to remove or rescue. For this matter,
thank you very much, Vice Honorable Speaker. I rise to move the motion for this house.
Thank you. Honorable Minority Leader. Thank you. Thank you. So on this note, I advise the House that we are not sharing the food yet. The remaining drinks and water, we are not sharing it yet. We are going to continue the debate as UNYA. Please help me pronounce the name well. UNYA. No, we are taking the food there. Explicit, no. This chamber is for